Hey everybody, this is Modern Refugee. When I have to come down to urban areas, I alter and adjust my EDC and the things that I carry from what I carry up in the rural areas. Now, if you know anything about Michigan's Southern Peninsula, everything south of I-69 more or less is some type of urban area, and these urban areas can consist of neighborhoods, residential areas. They can be business areas, industrial districts, parking lots, back alleys, back ways out of places, busy highways. They can be very built up areas where there's, restaurants and businesses and stores and all that other stuff. So it really varies quite a bit. And, a 13 to 20 pound pack with outdoor gear in it typically isn't going to do you any good in these type of situations. So I pare down what I carry in these environments quite a bit, and I keep it basically to the basics. Anyway, I'm going to get out of here right now, and I'm going to go to a little bit more discreet area, maybe in the vehicle. I'm going to show you exactly what I brought along on this particular trip. All right, guys, this is what I'm carrying here for, this urban trip. This here is an IFAC that I put together myself, and I put these together with just basic black fanning packs. So I can put this around my waist. I can kind of use it as a sling bag. I can put it on the headrest of a vehicle, but this has basic trauma stuff in it in case I would encounter a car accident or some other crazy situation. And then all of my first aid kits have some type of headlamp attached to them because you might have to use this stuff in the dark. And really big on light in an urban area. If you're in a big building and there's a power outage, you want to be able to have some light so you can get out of there. I also carry headphones with me on a daily basis, more or less. That way I can discreetly monitor what's going on with my phone that I'm filming this on here. I can, listen to weather reports, news reports, local driving conditions. I can listen to my favorite YouTuber. I can find out what's going on around the world. I can check stock prices, oil prices, whatever. Because I have this on me here, I've always kind of have an ear to what's going on. I carry a Coast light daily. This is a Coast LED 1 AAA light. This guy here is about $8 to $10 usually. I have multiple ones of these. If I lose one of these, it's not a big deal. And I actually do practice with this light with my sidearm as well. I carry a zero tolerance. This is a zero tolerance 0350, and this has got a heavier blade on it. It's S30V steel, holds an edge really, really well, but this is a thicker bladed folding knife, so if I would have to pry or do anything crazy, that is what this is for. And this I consider a tool. I don't consider this, any type of self-defense item. This is a tool that I use for my work, so I always have this with me, and I always will typically touch up the blade before we go on some type of trip, if it's just running it over the steel in the kitchen when I'm ready to go. And then I always carry some type of sunglasses with me, and they're always safety rated Z70 or Z87 is the rating on these safety glasses. They're just a basic tinted safety glass because you never know when you're going to run into anything. And then this is my Glock 19, just a standard Glock 19 Gen 4. I have Ken Hackathorn sights on it there with the orange dot with the Trillium insert in it, and then nothing at the back. It's very easy to acquire the sights on this. And then the only thing that I've done to this is I have replaced the recoil spring over the years, and then I have grip tape on here in a couple of different locations to give this a more positive grip. I normally carry two magazines, two stock magazines for a Glock 19 when I'm out and about, but because I came down here today, I did increase that. I increased it by one extra magazine, and that's actually a Glock 17 magazine that has a couple of extra rounds in it, but still compatible with that particular firearm. And then, with my baseball cap, which I don't have on right now, but I can throw it on if I need it, my reading glasses, and a pair of gloves in my pocket. This is my urban carry. I am going to pull a couple of the items out of the first aid kit here, give you an idea what that is, and then we'll wrap this video up. All right, guys, I got the zippers opened here on the IFAK, and I will typically carry the IFAK like this while we're traveling, attached to the headrest. One thing that I'll mention about my Glock 19, I will typically carry in my pocket with my hand on the grip and my finger along the side of the frame when I have heavy winter clothing on like I do today. That way, you know, I always have my hand on it and I'm ready to go. I find that a lot easier than trying to push away a bunch of heavy winter clothing to access a holster, you know, this time of year. That I wanted to share with you guys as well too. And on the top here, I have 2 tourniquets that are staged ready to go. This one is a cat, and then this one here is a rhino. And then inside here, I have Celox. That's what that red package is there, Celox. I have family members that are on blood thinners. Do a little research on the different hemostatic agents for people who are on blood thinners. I think you guys will find that interesting. That is the reason that I carry Celox in these kits nowadays. And then here I have a pressure dressing, more commonly known as an Israeli bandage. I have a couple packages of compressed gauze, which is right here, and then another pressure dressing here. This is a North American Rescue. And then I also have a roll of Gorilla Tape in case I have to tape anything up. Of course, my headlamp is always attached on the top there. And then in here, I have several pairs of blue nitrile gloves in case I have to work on somebody other than a family member. But this is sort of the lowdown here on my urban carry today. I wanted to share this with you guys, maybe give you guys some ideas on how to pare down your equipment and cater it more to the different situations that you might run into on a day-to-day or week-to-week basis. But anyway, this is Modern Refugee. Appreciate all my subscribers out there. Hope you guys always get some information, some ideas out of my videos, and you guys have a good one.